Hi, I'm Carrie, the rentals manager here at Vanna Adventure Vans. Welcome to the tutorial video for NirVanna. On the outside of the van, we have a little table included for picnics in the evening. And then the top of the table will fold down, and there are little grooves that the legs of the table will fit into. And you're all ready to go. Both of the front seats do swivel backwards. In order to swivel them, you will want the door to be open, and then you would maneuver the seat forward. There is a red handle underneath the front of the seat. You will just pull that to the left, and then you can swivel the seat backward. On the side and exterior rear doors, we do have bug nets for you to use. When you're not using them, they do roll up and clip into place for storing. This is the main control panel for the van. We have your house lights, accent lights under the cab. We also have your awning. Here we have your Wi-Fi extender. If you're in an area where you're getting a bad signal, you would want to turn this on, and that will pull the signal into the van and make a stronger connection. Here we have the water pump. You would want to turn this on if you want to use the sink or the shower. This is the main emergency disconnect switch. Up here we have the inverter. This controls the rate at which the van charges. Your Victron energy screen, this is going to show you the percentage of the battery of the van. We have your freshwater tank gauge, which is 20 gallons, and then we have your wastewater tank gauge. This is going to be 9 gallons. And as you use the water, you will see the gauge go down for the freshwater tank, and you will see the wastewater tank rise. Those are the three main things that you need to remember for the screen. Here we have your max air fan control. So for this, you would press the power button to open the max air fan. And this is just going to distribute air either out of the van or in the van. If you want to change the direction that the fan is going, you would press this symbol right there. And now it's going to bring air out. To close the fan, you will just press the power button, and that is good to go. For the AC, the unit is located above the bed. You will want the vents to be open. To power it on, you would press the on-off button. And then here we're going to have the speed of your fan. And then to control the temperature would be the arrows. And then to shut it off, you would just select the power off button. The air heater and water heater is going to be the Everspacher. To wake up the system, if it's black, you would just press the circle button. Number 1 is the water heater. Number 2 is the air heater. If you would like hot air at night to keep the van warm, you would turn the air heater on. The main thing to pay attention to are the 3 blinking lines. Whatever is showing in the left-hand corner is what it's currently doing. If I wanted to turn the hot air on, I would select the 3 lines, select my temperature, and then it will allow you to select a time. If you want the van to run continuously throughout the night at the same temp, you would scroll to the left. And then there is the infinity symbol that you would select. And then that will keep the temperature the same all night long. To turn off the hot air heater, you would do the same steps and it will show off, and you'll want to select off. If you would like hot water with the sink or the shower, you would want to turn on the hot water heater at least 5 to 10 minutes before. So you would press the hot water heater, select the 3 lines, and then you can select the time that you would want it to run for. It's currently on. To shut off the water heater, you would select the 3 lines again and then select off. You will want to make sure the system is shut off and shut down for at least 15 minutes before driving. For the toilet system, it is not connected to the van, so you can take it out. It doesn't have to be in the shower. It is waterproof. So how this works is we have a cartridge that fits into a bin in the bottom of the toilet. And we have this disposable bag that fits in the bin. If you were to go and dispose of the cartridge, you would throw this whole thing inside the bag. The cartridge will sit right inside the disposable bag, and it will get 15 to 20 flushes. The plastic case fits on top to keep it from spinning when you flush. If you were to see a pink line on the side, that means it's time to dispose of the cartridge. And once you go, you would want to press the flush button. So this is your Victron energy screen. The battery percentage is what you're going to pay attention to when you're charging your van. The van charges 3 different ways. We have the solar panel, we have the shore power cord that you can leave plugged in 24/7, and then the van also charges with a second alternator. It will charge continuously as you drive, and then if you idle the van as well. So here we have your smart TV. It's going to be locked against the wall for storing. To unlock it, you would grab the handle that is directly behind the TV and pull it down, and that will let you pull the TV out of place. We do have a Starlink on top of the van, which will give you a Wi-Fi connection. If at any point the Wi-Fi is not logged in, we do have the credentials in the user manual binder. Because this is a smart TV, it will have all the Netflix and Disney and other apps as well for watching and streaming movies and TV shows. When you're not using the TV, you will want to swivel it back in place against the wall so that it automatically locks into place. That way it won't be moving while you're driving. We do have an induction stove you can use for cooking. It is stored underneath the sink on the door. You can slide it out and set it on top of the counter. We do also have a countertop extension that comes in really handy when you're using the induction stove. It gives you more space. To use the induction stove, you would just plug it into the wall and then press the power button on, function, and then that will let you turn up or down the heat. We do also provide induction stove safe pots and pans. It will not heat up until it feels the actual pot or pan on there, but once you do set it on there, it will heat up pretty fast. And the entranceway of the van is the fridge. We have a middle rack for storage, and then we also have a freezer as well. On the driver's side door, there's going to be a couple things you'll want to remember. This is going to be where you fill up the regular gas, and you'll want the door to be shut before you shut the driver's side door. On the driver's side seat, we're going to have the gray water tank switch, and this is going to empty the gray water tank. So it is completely open right now. If you wanted to close it, you can hear it shut. Since this is only 9 gallons, it is half the size of the freshwater tank, so there's a possibility you will have to empty it on your trip. To empty it, you can find a dumping station at any campsite, or you can dump 200 feet away from any water sources. To empty it, you would just pull the switch all the way down, and then it would immediately start draining out from the bottom. So in the back of the van, we have the gear garage. We do have a light for you to switch on if you wanted to use that. This is going to be the electrical box, and this is the water box. You cannot store anything in the boxes, but you can store on top. This drawer does pull out for storage as well. Here we are going to have your shore power cords for charging. Here we're going to have where you will fill up the freshwater tank. You will first start by unscrewing the tank, and then you're going to use your water filter hose. You only have to pay attention to the gold end. There is also a quick release that you will pull back, and then it will pull off. The black nozzle will unscrew, and this is what you're going to screw onto your faucet or the other hose that you're going to be using to fill up the water tank. The quick release would latch back onto the black nozzle, and then the gold end will screw onto the water tank. While you're filling up the water tank, you can watch the water tank gauge on the Victron screen inside of the van, and then you can watch it fill up. It does have overflow, so if you do overflow the tank, it's okay. It'll just go straight onto the ground. We do have an exterior water hose if you want to use that. It works great with pets. You can pull it out. And then we also have a magnetic holder here that works great for holding it into place. If you wanted to use hot water, you can. You would just need to make sure to turn on the water pump and the hot water heater.